Okay, hello everyone. Welcome back. I'm making this video because I keep thinking about this idea, and I can't stop thinking about it, honestly. So I want to try and articulate my thoughts, get them out there. So, one, for me, help articulate them better, but also I think this is a very useful idea and helpful to a lot of people, hopefully. So, um, So this isn't from Sip Drake, obviously. If you know me or watch my stuff, you know I love him. I love a lot of his ideas. I consume a lot of his content because it's masterclass. But, what other book? Oh, yeah. So, this book, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself by Joe Dispenza. Sorry. And then The Artist's Way, which is in my backpack. Talk about this idea. In Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself, Joe Dispenza calls it creativity versus survival, and in The Artist's Way, it's creativity versus competition. And I haven't been able to stop thinking about this. I just started playing rugby again I took a break for like 2 years, and we had our first game yesterday, so we've been practicing. It's just, these things feel so applicable. And this is really what I love to talk about, these kind of things, like the mental side of sports. It's just so interesting to me. And I honestly think that was part of the reason I got back into rugby, was just because I feel like I've learned so much, and not that I'm just doing this to apply that, like, I still love it, I want to do it, it's so much fun, but maybe I needed that time to step away to be able to learn all this, and now I have, like, this toolkit which I can apply, and I was learning about this stuff, but I didn't feel like it was very applicable to me in the sense of, like, that I couldn't consistently do it or find ways to apply it to my life outside of the realm of sport, or maybe I didn't feel like it was worth it. But this idea, so I think our entire world now, especially sports, but just the world in general, whether it's like careers, social media, really enforces competition, ranking yourself against others. I mean, if you play any kind of video game, like online, there's a leaderboard. In sports, like, it's a roster. You're competing for spots. You're competing for time in the game. And in life, you're, like, social media, you're competing for, like, followers and likes. Which, even, like, social media isn't zero-sum. I guess, if you think about it as, like, attention, then it kind of is, because there's only so much attention, so you have to, like, that's why all these very limbic hijacking videos are so popular, because they really grab your attention, and that's kind of what people tend towards, but that's kind of what destroys your brain. So, but this idea of competition, like, you're trying to beat someone else, you're trying to beat something, and your only goal, your only focus is on that. Your focus is on someone else, some other thing outside of yourself to beat this thing. And in some sense that might be good. Like, I think competition is good. I just, in this sense, I don't know, it's not exactly the most helpful thing. So you're competing against someone else, your focus is on them. Like, if it's a one-on-one sport and you're, like, competing against them, like, your focus is on them, or like tennis or something. If it's a team sport, your focus is the other team, and you're just trying to play against them. Which, if you've played a team sport, I think coaches probably say it all the time. At least I have a few. You don't play against the other team. Like, play our game. Play your game. And the score will take care of itself. The game will take care of itself. And we'll be fine. And that's essentially this idea is, we want to play, we want to create, we want to play, do our thing from ourselves. I've always had this thing of, like, I'm chasing these things, if I'm chasing a a goal, if I'm chasing like a roster spot, if I'm chasing a job or something, it's not so much a chase as it is an expression, which like it's different for some things, but like sport is an expression of yourself, it's an expression of your creativity. And so if you can hone into that creativity, a lot of these ideas come from Drake, because that's what I've been consuming. So if I'm just sounds like I'm regurgitating, I'm sorry, but these are really what I'm thinking about. There's this quote from Naval. He says, "You escape competition through authenticity." So if your focus is on the other team, you're trying to compete against them, you're trying to beat them. Well, I think that's where you lose, because you're so worried about winning, you're so worried about beating them, that, and like you need it so bad, you're so attached to it that you're not going to get it. You're going to worry too much. You're not going to be able to play to your fullest because you're so worried about what they're doing, not what you're doing. You're not trying to express your craft, express your skill. Oh, where was I? I don't know. And so you escape competition by being authentic, by playing your game. You escape that sense of competition, and now it becomes, how can I best express myself through this game, through this play, through this work of art? And, you know, you can't play against an opponent, you can't play against someone else. If you're thinking about them so much, then it makes you fragile, because you're worried about them, and your focus is on them, where your focus needs to be internal on, or kind of like, not on them, just on what you're doing, like focus on what you can control. Oh my gosh, I keep losing my train of thought. I feel like I'm talking really fast. Okay, I'm really sorry, but you know, the opponent has no face and no name. You know, we play to a standard. We don't play against an opponent. We don't play for a certain outcome. We play to a standard because that's what we can control. We can control how well we play, how much effort we give, how much courage we have, but we can't control the weather, what the other team does, what the referee does. I don't know if this really applies, but like, there's an analogy that Drake uses a lot, or I've heard, and it's like my favorite analogy of kind of non-judgmental awareness is that in baseball, pitcher pitches, it's a strike. Pitcher says good, batter says bad, ump says strike. You have to be like the umpire, just completely not judgmental. Like, the pitcher and the batter both attach an idea to this pitch, to that moment, whether it was good or it was bad. The umpire just says strike because that's what it was. That's the fact of the situation. Well, maybe not if he made a wrong call, but assuming he didn't, that even if he did make a wrong call, that's still the fact of the situation, because whatever he calls is what is. So you just have to go with it and not be judgmental. Anyway, that's a tangent. Sorry. But yeah, so you escape competition through authenticity, and you know, you kind of have to, you just have to play your game. I don't really know where I was going with this. I feel like I had a lot of ideas. But we are inherently creative ourselves, everyone. And I think sports are a creative act. And when you can just forget about the opponent, no name, no face, whoever it is, it doesn't matter, because you play your game, you play to a standard, you give your best, you play one pitch at a time, one phase at a time, one ball at a time, one play at a time, giving your best, and you do that over and over, it's till the final whistle blows. You know, so yesterday I played my first rugby game in 2 years, and I was nervous, and I think totally my fault. You know, I'm usually pretty on top of my nutrition, but I had probably way too much. Not way too much. Like, I had some caffeine, and I think I was already just so amped up to be back to playing, and those together just did not work for me. So I will not be doing that again for the foreseeable future. But I felt so, besides that, I felt so calm and like sure of myself, and I was just ready to play, you know. I didn't care who the opponent was. I really didn't. You know, the team had some pretty tall guys. I didn't care. Whoever ran the ball at me, I'm tackling them. It didn't matter. And, like, I still have things I have to iron out. Like, I'm not perfect, obviously. I'm far from perfect. I barely know the sport of rugby. And I'm still figuring it out. I'm still getting back into it. But I feel that I was able to have that sense of letting go of the opponent, not being judgmental about things that happened, and just playing. You know, having that kind of freedom. And it felt so nice. Honestly, let me tell you. It takes work. You know, this is like, maybe, like, this is probably the first time I intended to and did play that way. You know, I think it's happened throughout my athletic career at times, but I didn't even know, like, this was a thing that I should be working towards. It just kind of happened, and those were the moments where I had the best expression of my sport, of my art, but it wasn't repeatable. And so we'll see. I mean, I have a game next weekend. I don't know what's going to happen. Open hands. You know, I surrender the outcome. I just go out there and I play my game. Fundamentally, life, any pursuit we have is us versus us. You know, our biggest opponent is ourselves. Our biggest block is ourselves. You know, I think we get in our own ways more than anyone else does. And I think if we can just figure out how to get out of our own way long enough, then anyone, if they can do that, limitless potential. It is sky high. Anything can happen. You could literally, I truly believe that you can do anything if you can get out of your own way. Forget those imposed limits that others have put onto you and just play your game. Just express your craft, because it's never any mistake that's been made. Like, any mistake you make isn't because of someone else. Like, you have to take ownership of that, because it truly is just you versus you. I appreciate you guys for watching, and I will try to do better at making videos and talking and articulating my ideas. Oh yeah, haircut, by the way. Hey. Final thing. I think, again, for me, I feel like I know myself so much better than I did a year, 2 years, 3 years ago. But it is, at least as far as I can see, a constant pursuit of discovering yourself. I don't know if there's an end point. I don't see it in sight. I'm still learning about myself, and I just think the more that you can do that, you know, the more that you know who you are, then you know how to express it. You know where your authenticity lies, and you're able to express it. It's all a work in progress. No one's perfect, but we can keep trying. Hope you guys have a great day. Again, thanks for watching. And yeah, love you guys.